Howdy gang, Michelle here, and Happy New Year. It is now officially 2022. Um, Welcome to everybody who is new. Thank you to all of my patrons who have been with me for the long haul. I truly, truly appreciate every single one of you. So we're going to kick off this year with a hat that is actually inspired by one of my very good friends who lives in Virginia. Her and her husband love Charlie Brown and the Peanut Gang and everything like that, which is why I was inspired to do this hat. But you can do this any colors that you want. I just chose to do it like this because everybody is very familiar with these two colors and with them. So obviously this name is Charli, but it's spelled in the woman's version, leaving the E off. And this gave us an opportunity to use some yellow because other than my Twisted Honeybee, I don't think I really used yellow in much. It's not one of my favorite colors, but it definitely worked with this. So Becca totally knocked this out. I think I've created a monster because now, as of the time of me recording this, she's about to get my March patterns because she's already finished February's and she's like, give me more. So I have to send her some more over there. So I need to hurry with this and get her some more, feed that beast. All right. So for this one, Becca actually used the Karen Simply Soft in black and sunshine and her 72 peg KB loom, which is a 3/8 gauge. Now, again, if you follow the multiples, like this is multiples of 8, you can actually use a 80 peg or you can go smaller. So if you use flexi looms and you want to do smaller, as long as it's in multiples 8, you're good to go. So of course, as always, I let you guys know what this is written, as well as your chart, which is nice and big and bold. You cannot miss it. This is going to be worked over 10 rows. And like I said, it is multiples of 8. There is no other than knit with this, unless you want to do the brim with a knit and a purl, or however you want to do the brim. That's totally up to you. Your CC is your contrast color. So for example, her main color obviously was the yellow, which is what she did her brim in, and her contrast was black. Again, you can do whatever colors that you want to do with this. It would look awesome with a white and a bright pop of color, or even a black and a nice pop of color, or you know, it's endless. If you want to do a black and white one, if you want to do a red and blue one, if you want to do a green and purple one, it's totally up to you, obviously. And I always get super excited to see what variations that you guys do on these as far as the color, because it's just super awesome. So it's like I said, multiples of 8. It's worked over 10 rows, and your CC means contrast color. Your MC means your main color. So what I would suggest is, so that you don't get confused, on whatever you guys keep track of, a piece of paper, an app, whatever, just jot down which is your main color and which is your contrast color. So that way, if you walk away for a little bit and then come back to it, you know for sure what's going on. You always want to do, you know, by length. So ideally, I never say really go by rows when it comes to measuring the full length that you need. You want to work this out for an adult hat between 8 and 9 inches, unless you're like me and you like it a little bit longer and slouchier. If you have a lot of hair and you like to tuck it up in there, that's totally up to you. But once you've reached your desired length, you're going to bind it off and use the 4 peg decrease, which I'm sure many of you already use, so it's not going to be a problem. And for this chart, like I said, I make it super easy for everybody. And as you can see on here, I've charted, oh, my main color is actually black on this, and then the contrast is the yellow. But all of these are knit, no purl, nothing else, just knit. Okay, so as long as you follow this guide, You got this. And if you are not familiar with my color work, which I've done a few things now with color work, so everybody should be pretty familiar. But if you're not and you're new to us, then check out my Gradient Diamonds hat video so you can see what to do with floating yarn on the inside, so that way it keeps it nice and clean and it's tucked in really tight. So there you go, gang. I can't wait to see what everybody makes with Charli. I absolutely love this hat. It is so fun and whimsical, and definitely something that is going to get me excited to see what everybody creates. So there you go. Happy New Year, everybody. I love y'all bunches. Happy looming. And remember, be kind to everybody that you meet, because you never know, your smile might make the difference in their life. Have a good one, gang.